Once upon a time in the bustling city of Lagos, there lived a single mother named Mama Ada. She was a hardworking woman, known for her delicious akara that drew long lines at her roadside stall. Mama Ada had a teenage daughter, Adaobi, who was the apple of her eye. Adaobi was a bright and curious girl with dreams of becoming a medical doctor. She had just been accepted into St. Mary's Academy, a prestigious single girls' boarding school. The news filled Mama Ada with both pride and apprehension. One evening, as they sat on their small veranda, Mama Ada couldn't help but express her concerns. "Ada, my child, I've heard stories about girls in boarding schools. Some parents say their daughters come back different. I want to make sure you grow up with good values." Adaobi, her eyes wide with curiosity, asked, "Different how, Mama?" Mama Ada hesitated. She didn't want to scare her daughter but felt the need to prepare her for the unknown. "I'll tell you everything I've learned, Ada. But promise me one thing, always be honest with me." Adaobi nodded solemnly. This marked the beginning of a heartfelt journey for Mama Ada and her daughter. Over the next few weeks, Mama Ada dedicated herself to understanding what lay ahead for Adaobi. She spoke to other parents, read articles, and even sought advice from her pastor. She realized that her concerns were not just about Adaobi's school but about navigating adolescence in a changing world. "Ada, we need to talk about what to expect," Mama Ada said one night. "St. Mary's is a great school, but it's important you understand yourself and others. I'll teach you how to handle friendships, emotions, and even difficult situations." Adaobi listened intently, her admiration for her mother growing. As the days passed, Mama Ada began weaving stories from her own childhood into their conversations. She spoke of her experiences in a mixed school, the friendships she cherished, and the mistakes she learned from. Adaobi laughed, asked questions, and sometimes even argued, but she always listened. When the day finally came for Adaobi to leave for St. Mary's, Mama Ada felt a mix of pride and worry. She hugged her daughter tightly and whispered, "Remember, my child, you are strong, smart, and loved. Be true to yourself, and never be afraid to talk to me." Little did they know, their journey was only just beginning. St. Mary's Academy stood as a beacon of excellence in Lagos, its tall gates opening to sprawling grounds filled with mango trees and colorful flowers. For Adaobi, the school's reputation was both exciting and intimidating. The morning she arrived, a sea of girls in neatly pressed uniforms buzzed with chatter. Seniors directed newcomers, while teachers greeted parents with warm smiles. Mama Ada stood by Adaobi, clutching her bag tightly, as they soaked in the atmosphere. "Mama, it's beautiful here," Adaobi said, her voice tinged with awe. Mama Ada nodded, her pride evident despite her lingering worry. "Yes, my child. This is a place for you to learn and grow. Make the most of it." The principal, a poised woman named Sister Benedicta, welcomed them personally. She radiated kindness but spoke with authority. "Welcome to St. Mary's, Adaobi. Here, we value discipline, respect, and academic excellence. Remember, you are here to become the best version of yourself." Adaobi nodded, her determination shining through. The first week was a whirlwind of introductions and adjustments. Adaobi quickly realized that life at St. Mary's was structured and rigorous. Morning prayers were followed by classes, and afternoons were filled with extracurricular activities. Adaobi joined the science club, where she met Chidinma, a fellow newcomer with a quick wit and a shared love for biology. Despite the initial excitement, Adaobi encountered challenges. The dormitory life was far from the comfort of home. Sharing a room with 10 other girls meant adapting to different personalities. Some girls, like the outspoken Yotund, were quick to form cliques, while others, like the shy Amina, kept to themselves. Adaobi often found herself navigating these dynamics, trying to fit in without losing her sense of self. One evening, during prep time, Adaobi overheard two seniors gossiping about a girl who had been expelled for breaking school rules. The story sent shivers down her spine. Mama was right, she thought. I have to be careful. That night, she wrote a letter to Mama Ada, recounting her experiences and seeking advice. Dear Mama, she wrote, I miss you so much. School is good, but it's not easy. How do I make sure I stay true to myself? Mama Ada's reply came swiftly. My Ada, she wrote, you are a light. Shine brightly, but always stay grounded. Be kind, be wise, and remember who you are. Adaobi folded the letter carefully, placing it under her pillow. It became her source of strength as she continued to navigate her new world. As the weeks turned into months, Adaobi began to find her rhythm at St. Mary's Academy. She developed a close friendship with Chidinma, who quickly became her confidant. Together, they tackled homework, explored the school's lush grounds, and shared whispered dreams under the stars. Chidinma's sense of humor often lifted Adaobi's spirits on tough days, and their bond grew stronger with each passing moment. However, not all friendships came easily. Yatund, the outspoken girl in Adaobi's dormitory, seemed determined to assert her dominance. She often teased Adaobi about her simple background, making snide comments that left Adaobi feeling hurt. Chidinma encouraged Adaobi to ignore Yatund, but the words still stung. One afternoon, during a dormitory meeting, Yatund accused Amina of taking her hairbrush. The room grew tense as Yatund's voice rose. Amina, visibly upset, denied the accusation, but Yatund's relentless badgering continued. Adaobi couldn't stay silent. She stood up and said, Yatund, maybe it's time we focus on solving problems instead of creating them. The room fell silent, and Yatund glared at Adaobi. But Amina's grateful smile made the confrontation worthwhile. Before you continue, like the video SND, subscribe so that you don't miss part 2 of this story. From that day on, Adaobi earned the respect of her dorm mates. While she and Yatund didn't become friends, there was a newfound understanding between them. Adaobi learned the importance of standing up for herself and others, a lesson she carried with her throughout her time at St. Mary's. Outside the dormitory, Adaobi and Chidinma faced their own set of challenges. During a science club competition, their team struggled to build a functional model for the project. Frustration mounted, and tempers flared. Adaobi and Chidinma had their first real argument, each blaming the other for their lack of progress. That night, Adaobi wrote another letter to Mama Ada, pouring out her frustrations. Mama Ada's reply was both comforting and wise. My Ada, true friendship isn't without its trials. It's how you navigate them that matters. Apologize if you're wrong, and forgive if you're hurt. Friendship is a gift, not a competition. Inspired by her mother's words, Adaobi apologized to Chidinma the next day. Chidinma, equally regretful, apologized too. Together, they worked tirelessly to improve their project, eventually earning second place in the competition. Through these trials, Adaobi learned the value of resilience, teamwork, and the strength of true friendship. The lessons she gained during this time would serve as a foundation for her future at St. Mary's Academy. Life at St. Mary's Academy continued to unfold with new surprises and hurdles. Adaobi found herself excelling academically, but socially, the landscape was ever-changing. One day, during a history class, Sister Grace announced an upcoming debate competition. Adaobi hesitated to participate, but Chidinma nudged her. You're great at making points. Why not give it a try? Encouraged, Adaobi joined the debate team. The topic was controversial: is technology a boon or bane to education? Adaobi, assigned to the affirmative side, threw herself into research. Late-night discussions with Chidinma and help from her science club friends prepared her for the big day. On the day of the debate, Adaobi faced off against Yatund, who represented the opposing side. The hall was packed with students, and tension crackled in the air. Adaobi's arguments were well articulated, drawing applause from the audience. Yatund, however, was equally persuasive. The debate ended in a tie, but Adaobi's newfound confidence was the real victory. Outside the hall, Yatund approached Adaobi. "You're not bad," she said with a smirk. It wasn't much, but it felt like a truce. For the first time, Adaobi saw a softer side of Yatund, realizing that even the most difficult personalities had layers. Meanwhile, Adaobi's letters to Mama Ada became more reflective. "Dear Mama," she wrote, "I'm learning that challenges are like exams. They test you, but they also teach you. I miss your akara and your hugs." Mama Ada's replies were filled with encouragement and pride. "My Ada, every challenge you face is a stepping stone. Keep climbing, my dear." Adaobi's resilience grew with each passing day. Whether it was tackling a difficult math problem or helping a homesick classmate, she faced every situation with grace and determination. Her journey at St. Mary's was far from over, but she was ready for whatever lay ahead. As Adaobi settled into her second term at St. Mary's Academy, the whispers began. Strange rumors circulated about certain groups of girls meeting in secluded corners of the school during the evenings. Some claimed these gatherings were harmless study sessions, while others hinted at secret clubs with questionable intentions. Adaobi's curiosity was piqued, but she decided to focus on her academics and extracurricular activities. One evening, while returning to the dormitory after prep, Adaobi noticed Amina sitting alone near the chapel. Her face was troubled, and she seemed deep in thought. Adaobi approached her. "Amina, are you okay?" she asked gently. Amina hesitated before nodding. "I'm fine," she replied, but her tone suggested otherwise. Adaobi decided not to press further but made a mental note to keep an eye on her friend. The next day, during lunch, Yatund dropped a cryptic comment. "Some people think they can hide forever, but secrets always come out," she said, glancing at Amina. Adaobi's heart sank. She knew Yatund's words could cut deep, and she worried about Amina's well-being. Later that night, Adaobi found Amina quietly crying in their dormitory. She sat beside her and whispered, "You can talk to me, Amina. Whatever it is, I won't judge." Amina hesitated before finally opening up. She revealed that she had been invited to one of the secret gatherings but felt uncomfortable about what she saw there. "It's not what people think," Amina said. "Some of the girls just need a place to feel safe, but others, they push boundaries." Adaobi listened intently, her mind racing. She realized the importance of creating a supportive environment where everyone felt safe to express themselves. The next morning, she wrote to Mama Ada, seeking advice. "Dear Mama," she wrote, "I've learned that some secrets can be heavy to carry. How do I help someone without making things worse?" Mama Ada's reply was simple yet profound. "My Ada, the best way to help is to listen without judgment and offer your support. Sometimes, being there for someone is enough." Armed with her mother's wisdom, Adaobi resolved to stand by Amina and help her navigate the challenges ahead. The experience taught Adaobi the value of empathy and the importance of creating safe spaces for others. She knew that the road ahead would be filled with more challenges, but she was determined to face them with courage and compassion. The weeks following Amina's confession were filled with tension. Adaobi noticed that Amina had grown more withdrawn, avoiding the usual dormitory chatter and even skipping meals. Determined to help her friend, Adaobi decided to involve Chidinma. Together, they approached Amina during a quiet moment in the library. "Amina," Chidinma began softly, "we're here for you. Whatever's bothering you, you don't have to face it alone." Amina hesitated but eventually opened up further. She admitted that some of the girls in the secret gatherings had started pressuring her to join activities she wasn't comfortable with. I didn't know how to say no, she whispered, tears streaming down her face. Adaobi felt a surge of anger, not at Amina, but at the situation her friend had been placed in. Amina, you're stronger than you think, Adaobi said firmly. We'll help you find a way to handle this. The three friends devised a plan. Amina would distance herself from the gatherings and focus on activities that made her feel happy and secure. To ensure she didn't feel isolated, Adaobi and Chidinma began spending more time with her, inviting her to join them in the science club and other extracurriculars. Slowly but surely, Amina started to regain her confidence. One evening, during a dormitory inspection, Sister Benedicta noticed Amina's improved demeanor. Amina, you seem more at peace these days, she observed. Amina smiled shyly but didn't elaborate. Adaobi felt a swell of pride, knowing they had played a part in helping their friend. The experience also brought the three girls closer together. Their bond grew stronger as they navigated the complexities of school life. Adaobi realized that true friendship wasn't just about sharing laughs but also about standing by each other during tough times. As the term progressed, Amina's courage inspired other girls who had felt similarly pressured. Slowly, a ripple effect began, creating a more open and supportive environment within the school. Adaobi learned an important lesson: even small acts of kindness and bravery could lead to significant change. Adaobi's newfound confidence was tested once again when an unexpected event occurred. During a heated discussion in the science club, Yeton accused Adaobi of sabotaging her project. The accusation was baseless, but Yeton's words stung. You think you're better than everyone else just because you stand up for people, Yeton sneered. Adaobi was taken aback but chose not to retaliate. Instead, she calmly said, Yeton, I have no reason to hurt you. If you believe I've wronged you, let's talk about it and resolve it. Her response diffused the tension, but the incident left her shaken. That evening, Adaobi reflected on the confrontation. She wrote another letter to Mama Ada, seeking her wisdom. Dear Mama, she wrote, how do you forgive someone who keeps trying to bring you down? Mama Ada's reply was as thoughtful as always. My Ada, forgiveness is not about letting someone off the hook, it's about freeing yourself from anger. When you forgive, you grow stronger. Taking her mother's advice to heart, Adaobi approached Yeton the next day. Yeton, I don't know why you feel this way about me, but I'd like us to start over, she said sincerely. Yeton was visibly surprised but nodded reluctantly. While their relationship didn't transform overnight, it marked the beginning of a truce. The incident taught Adaobi the power of forgiveness and the importance of extending grace even when it wasn't easy. She realized that holding onto grudges only weighed her down and that choosing to forgive allowed her to move forward with a lighter heart. Adaobi's ability to handle conflict with maturity didn't go unnoticed. Sister Benedicta commended her during a school assembly, praising her for setting an example of kindness and leadership. Adaobi felt a sense of pride, knowing that her actions were making a positive impact on the school community. Thanks for watching up to the end, and for part 2 consider subscribing and liking the video as we prepare for you the part 2.